And welcome back, everybody, to the Emmaus Athletic Podcast. I'm your co-host, Shane Douglas, here with Matthew Tomlinson. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm good, Shane. What's up, y'all? How's everyone doing?
Man, I miss you, Matt. I never see you anymore.
I know, right? It's not like we spent the whole weekend.
That's true. We see each other a lot.
Conference.
That's fair. Yeah, Ignite was really awesome. We just got back from that event. Really fun. We had some stage time Friday. No one came up to us.
No one did. Come on, guys.
Ooh.
No one watches this.
Not a single person came up to you guys?
No one.
I think they were kind of scared.
You mean nobody came up to you about the podcast?
About the podcast.
About the podcast and our special. No, we was like... we
stood there alone in the corner.
We were just there like, hey, come talk to us. No, there was like 2,000 youth that were there, but...
I feel like everyone came out to our stand. You know.
Yeah, I mean, our stack of towing work cards was like...
And then we had like 400. A breakout. We had a breakout session. We had over 250
which
in
was
our room.
Ridiculous.
Talked about Faith Beyond Youth Group, which is really awesome. Had a panel.
And gave them ideas of how to do that and how ways you can do that in school. And then you share your testimony.
Talked
really
about
good.
Faith Beyond Youth Group and my testimony a little bit too. So it was really awesome. I loved it. Friday night was awesome. Saturday was really cool too. That illusionist guy,
dude,
was it John
Michael Hinton. My word.
He's good.
That's so good.
So silly, man. Oh, so stupid. Crazy. I wanted to walk out. It was just like I didn't know what was going on.
And it was so good hearing D.A. Horton preach the word of God. Like
so good. Calvary. He's a Calvary grad.
He is a Calvary alum, which is awesome.
Within our circle, and he now teaches
at California Baptist University.
Yeah,
so it's really cool to see. Yeah, conference
ICS.
People doing so well.
He's a fantastic preacher.
So good.
And the way he shared the gospel to the youth that night was just fantastic. But we're here to talk about Emmaus Athletics, not like our awesome time, but even though we
did see some of our recruits over there, so at Ignite. So.
And some of them might be coming this weekend.
We'll be coming so.
to our event, Discovery Emmaus Weekend. Maybe some signings. We'll talk about that later. Maybe.
Stay tuned.
Yes, but I do want to point this out. Matt always gets on my back for not wearing Emmaus stuff, and I'm sorry, Matt. So today I brought a sticker, and I'm gonna put the sticker on my my shirt so that you feel that.
Sorry, Shane. Did you say your forehead?
Your forehead.
No, yeah. Do you imagine? I can't get the sticker off, but
I have to do everything around here.
I guess so. I mean, it's gonna take. Yeah.
I know. Maybe the fancy editing can edit this out of it, right?
Yeah. There you go. Thank you. So I'll put the sticker.
You want to say? Oh, he's just fumbling. That's gonna be the title of this.
Can you see it? Can you see the cam? Can the camera see it right here?
Podcast host fumble with.
Can you see it right here?
Stickers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll put it right here.
Shane, thanks for wearing Emmaus stuff to our podcast. Finally.
I do try. I'm sorry. I like to wear just like normal button downs or stuff, and then I sometimes wear the polo, but whatever. Anyways, you're the athletic
Shane,
guy.
you're not even wearing a button down.
Yeah,
this is like my casual. We're not talking about this isn't Emmaus fashion show. Okay, this isn't the fashion podcast. We're talking about athletics. I got the athletic sticker. Back off, okay, heavenly speaker guy.
So clearly we know Shane's not in athletics because
I'm not. Obviously, I'm not. But like, I mean, you're the athletic guy, so you're always wearing stuff like this. You can get
ride
away
or die, Emmaus.
I mean, they get on me about anything. Just kidding. It's all right. Moving on.
But actually, anyway.
Okay, so we're here to talk about regionals.
Yeah, so the last time we had our podcast was right before we were hosting the North Regional Tournament for guys and girls.
And we wanted to come to you guys and talk about the regional before, but we got busy. How many games did we have in the span?
We had 19 games in 4 days.
Which is crazy. With one gym.
We had 20 teams on campus. And I think we had close to like 500 people. It was crazy. Extra people.
Yeah, it was pretty massive. So, it was really fun having all those people on campus. I left a little early with Eric, and we went to on the ensemble tour. So that was really fun.
Which, side note, that was an amazing trip that you guys went on.
Really awesome. But we're not here to talk about that. Even though,
although we might have gotten a soccer recruit out of it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and he's going to come
Tune in to the Emmaus Athletics podcast where we talk about nothing to do with athletics.
Cameron Imke?
Cameron.
Who's going to be here this weekend?
He'll be here for Deuce. So it was a really awesome event, or I guess time. Ensemble. If you're an athlete and you want to come to Emmaus and you want to sing, the ensemble is a great team to join to really get that kick, I guess.
Just another avenue that you can really represent the school.
Plus, you get to spend a week with me and Shane in the spring.
If they have me again. I mean, yeah, I guess. But okay, regionals. So 19 games.
Yeah, I was in the gym for 36 hours in.
Yeah, I never saw you. I didn't see you.
Well, you left. So anyway, but that's beside the fact. So yeah, we both, so our guys and girls team, we both played on Wednesday. We played in technically it was a playing game. Girls played first. They were the 10 seed playing the 7 seed Calvary.
Okay.
Who Calvary had beaten them twice already this season. And it was a really good game. It was tied going into the fourth quarter. But then Calvary ended up pulling through and ended up winning by 15. And I think they lost in the next round. So the girls' season ended then. We'll recap next week and the week after. We'll have head coach Sharon Tomlinson for the girls and head coach Philip Park for the guys, kind of recap the seasons and how that went. And then our guys team played afterwards. We played Calvary as well. We were the 7 seed. They were the 10 seed. And we lost. Sorry. I think, wasn't it overtime? I think it was over.
Yeah,
I think it was overtime. We lost by 2. Yeah, we lost in overtime, and it was carbon copy of how we lost to Calvary in regionals 2 years ago.
Dang.
Because 2 years ago, they hit a 3 on us with like 1 second to go to win. And this year, they hit the least likely guy on the court that we thought was going to take the shot.
Yeah.
Took a shot that he hadn't really made all year. Props to him for hitting it. But
what was the shot like? Like, where was it?
It was a high mid-range shot, dribbled down the court, pulled up, shot it with a hand in his face, and he made it. And
Dang.
They won, and they upset us, and it was.
But
really
we had
sad.
did they have the last shot or did we?
We had like a half-court shot.
Okay.
As time was expiring.
Dang.
But so we got upset, which is really sad because we had beaten them twice already in the regular season.
And we beat them in conference play, right?
Twice, yeah.
Okay. Or like in the conference tournament. Did we play in the conference tournament?
We might have. So we beat them 3 times then. Okay. No, I don't remember. Anyway.
But
the season, it's all great. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, it was unfortunate that we both ended our seasons there on the first day of the games.
Especially as a home team too.
Especially as a home team hosting.
Next time.
So next time. But yeah, so it was a fun weekend besides the fact that we lost. But it was just really good to fellowship with players from other teams and some of the other coaches that we're really close with. But yeah, so it wasn't ideal, but you win some, you lose some, as we found out last year. So, and then this year. So,
how do you think, as the assistant men's coach, how do the guys take that loss? How do they take that game going?
Really hard.
Forward? Yeah,
we should have won. We had a lot of opportunities to win, and we just didn't come through. And they took it really hard, which they should have. But it just shows we got to take. You can't. Anyone can win. You got to take care of business. Yeah. And so,
was it like? What do you think? What do you think went wrong? Was it turnovers? Because remember you talking to me when we were talking last semester, and so many close games and games that we just we should win, we didn't win, and you look at the turnover margin, you're like, okay, that makes
turnover at the end of regulation.
Yeah,
right?
We had a turnover. We had the last shot of regulation. We turned it over to send it to overtime. So we could have had the last shot, but we turned it over, and then so that was I'd say turnovers. We didn't do a good job, which we struggled with all year, but we didn't do a good job boxing out. Yeah. Calvary got a lot of second chance opportunities. And then we just missed a lot of close shots. Like we didn't shoot the ball the greatest. We missed a lot of layups and everything. They were missing layups too, fortunately, but it just didn't fall our way that night.
And who did Calvary move on to play?
They went up playing and played Crown.
And then Crown went on.
Yeah, it was crazy because the game. So the tournament was already behind because we had 6 games that day already.
Yeah.
So the game was supposed to start at I think 6:45, and it was starting at 8. We got done at 10:30. So it was so late. Everyone was drained, and then Calvary had to turn around and play again the next day, and they ended up losing to Crown, who ended up winning regionals overall. So, but it was a really good experience. I think we did a really good job. This was the second time we've ever hosted the regional tournament. And really props to Coach McHugh, Coach Parker, and Coach Tomlinson for
that's you.
Just Coach whatever. Coach sister Sharon Tomlinson. S. Tomlinson at Emmaus IDU for putting on and running a great show. I think a lot of people were impressed of how we're able to do that, and it was really cool that we were able to show off the brand new shot clocks. They use them. I've
been in there, but haven't really looked at them yet. So I need to actually go in there with the purpose to look at them
and look at them when they're turned on.
I've been in there many times since we've gotten them, but I haven't but so whatever.
Yeah. So no, it was good. So yeah, the season is over, and so that's we don't have any spring sports here in Emmaus, so sports season is officially over for the whole school. So
wow.
believe intramural still. So
Yeah.
So so spring break was last week. So everyone came back from spring break Monday. So we will start the off-season training process and preparation as far as like current players this upcoming weekend. So
I'm looking forward to maybe taking the podcast. Even though it's the off season, there's not much to talk about. But I mean, maybe we can like. How like right now in the NFL is free agency, you know, we can, so like right now it's free agency for all these sports. So maybe,
who signed where, who did what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're Ian Rappaport or whatnot, Adam Scheffner, but like, so maybe that could be something that we talk about in the future, in the next couple months before, school's up. Is just, you know, what next year looks like player wise, the recruits that we have coming in, you know, that'd be really fun. But
and side note of that was our last time being in the North region for the NCCA.
Yeah.
Because next year we're moving to.
They're changing it all.
They're adding 2 regions because there's 2 regions currently that have 11 teams, and that's way too many teams. So there's only 4 regions overall. So adding 2 more regions to kind of spread it out to have anywhere from 5 to I think 8 teams.
How many does ours currently have?
11.
So we're one of the biggest. We're
tied with the South, and so
and then now we're gonna split up, and who's gonna be in our region next year?
Yeah, so I think the one we're going to is like
Great Lakes,
Grace, us, Moody, Maranatha, and Kuiper. Kuiper, they're bringing their sports program back. So yeah, it's I think can't remember if it's like the mid. I don't think it's the Midwest or the mid North. I don't remember what it technically it's called, but that's going to be our new region.
There's going to be a lot of new teams that we play.
Yeah, because like I mean, obviously we're very familiar with Moody and Maranatha and all our sports because we played them for so long. We play Great Lakes and Grace every now and then, but with Kuiper and then Great Lakes and Grace, it'll be a lot more trips to Michigan.
Yeah,
which we haven't done. We don't really do.
It won't be. And Michigan is like the soccer capital of the United States. So I wonder how the soccer team will do.
Yeah, which means hey, maybe this is an opportunity to get more Michigan, Indiana, northeastern Illinois recruits.
Yeah,
so,
possibly.
Yeah,
it'd be fun. But I asked you about how the guys took it. Have you talked to Coach Sharon and about how the girls took their early exit at all?
I mean, I think they were pretty excited coming off those 2 wins after getting their first wins of the season. I think they were disappointed because you always want to win, you always want to beat Calvary, but I think that they were disappointed, but also like, well, that's just the way it is with the way how the season's gone. So.
How many seniors are on both rosters right now?
There's 1 senior on the guys team, and there are 0 seniors on the girls team.
That's good. And is it Dylan?
Dylan's the
men's are losing.
Dylan Anderson is our 1 senior.
I saw his appreciation post the other day on social media. So sad to see him go. Dead eye, you know.
He is not using his COVID waiver year to play 1 more year.
That's tough. Only the man's getting married, so
he is.
So moving on, it's gonna be a tough loss for the team. I know he is a big character.
Moving on, I was married my senior, and I played. We played.
You don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay, sorry.
Don't tell me, Matt. Don't tell me this.
Okay.
Tell that to Dylan.
Okay.
But
it'll be good for him to graduate and start using his business degree that he's getting. So,
so North Central won girls, Crown won men's.
Yes.
And then Crown went on to
both teams went on, or Crown went on. Crown guys went on to the national tournament, and they ended up
going to semis,
winning the 3rd place game.
Okay.
North Central girls also went to nationals, and I think they ended up playing the 5th place game. Kansas Christian won it for guys for the first time ever, and then champion girls beat Arlington, which was a rematch from 2 years ago, and so I think they won both years, but they won this year. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, kind of nice. Hopefully, our name can be in there.
Our name will
be in
there. Yeah.
There we go. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what's really exciting, I know we're going to recap the season, everything next week, but what's really exciting to see Coach Sharon and Coach Parker really take the team that they've been given, and they haven't really been given an opportunity to build.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize is really these are 2 teams that aren't the coach. Like they're 2 teams that were given that they acquired from previous coaches. So I'm really excited to see going forward how Coach Sharon does through recruiting, bringing the players that she wants to in her system, and Coach Parker bringing in the players that fit his system. And I'm really excited.
I feel like
to get that stability,
because I feel like Coach Sharon is finally like getting into all the responsibilities she's been given. Isn't she assistant
assistant athletic director. Both of them are Both of them are
okay.
assistant athletic director,
Yeah,
along
so
with
tons of responsibility
coach,
with that. Coach Parker, this next season is going to be his team.
I'm really excited. It's gonna be awesome.
So it's gonna be fun to mix both of that because you guys have a lot of talent this year. Some people weren't able to play that we're gonna get next year.
Got some really good talent in the funnel right now.
People coming in. Some signings. Happening this weekend.
We have 3 signings this weekend, potentially more, but we have 3 signings that we're doing. So
do we want to tell them?
Yeah. So if we're having obviously you guys know we've talked about it every episode, but we have our Discover Emmaus weekend this weekend.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Which we have 106 students coming, which is thank you, Jesus, for all these prospective students. But yeah, we have 1 girl for volleyball, 1 girl for women's basketball, and then 1 guy for men's basketball. So we have Emma Sand from North Dakota. She's signing for women's volleyball, which we're really excited about. We have Erin McKenna from Ankeny here in Iowa signing for women's basketball. And then we have Noah Eels from right here in town. Shout out Coach Mike from Tri-State.
Yes,
and Noah's signing, and we're so excited about it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. We love Noah. He works in the kitchen. He's been an Emmaus person since their family moved here, so he's always around. The basketball teams loves him.
His dad's been teaching online classes for years. He's an alumni, so
he's always participated in like Emmaus stuff, like for basketball, open gyms or whatnot. So he's around. He's around, so he's gonna be fun.
And so keep an eye out for those 3 future Eagles that will become Eagles, and then. Potentially, there could potentially be more. So
and the thing is that there's tons of recruits because I heard like majority of the volleyball recruits are going to come.
Yeah, because there's like 7 volleyball girls that are coming this weekend. There's 6 or 7 or 8 soccer players, and then there's I think 2 or 3 women's basketball players. So
so that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, really exciting.
Some possibly open gym opportunities to get the soccer players, volleyball players, basketball players to play with each other and see what could be. So.
And I had the chair on top with Jervis Campbell singing. He's releasing a new single.
I know, isn't that cool?
Which is crazy.
Posted on his social media the other day that him and his squad are gonna be his band are gonna start tour this Friday.
Yeah, we're like
the first stop.
We're like their opening act.
I love it.
They start touring the country. It's
so
pretty cool.
I'm looking forward. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
and we're the first people that get to hear his new single live,
which is awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. So I don't know what to expect. I've heard different things of what it might look like band wise, but it's gonna be exciting for sure.
It's so exciting.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the signings for athletics.
So keep an eye out for those posts on social media. So get to know your new teammates or new Eagles. So,
like I said, we're going to talk about
or future teammates. You never know if anyone out there that's watching.
We're going to talk about we're going to recap everything next week. But I want you to tell me a little bit about how you grew as a coach and how you think the team grew this year. Sorry to put you on the spot. You're gonna hit me for this.
So I think a lot of it was so really the men's basketball here at Emmaus, especially since I played, since I was a 4-year player here, has been adversity.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of turnover for various reasons of head coaches, and so we've had a system here, and then a year later a new system, a new system. And I would say that the guys didn't do it perfectly, but I think they did a really good job, buying in and adapting to yet another system, and just, really trusting Coach Parker in his basketball smarts and just, basketball smarts, right? And then really just, taking what he was teaching and really trying to utilize it. I know it's really hard because, when I played, I had 3 coaches in the 4 years that I played, and trust me, it's very hard. I feel for the guys, but I'm really excited for the stability that we now have and that we're building. I really think that we laid the foundation for this program in the direction that Coach Parker wants to take it, and I'm just so excited. Like I know I say this every year, but like I'm so excited for this upcoming year and just like seeing the potential that we had, that we did reach, and then also that we might not have reached, and what we can do with that going forward to this upcoming year, and just the guys we can bring in, the guys we can return, and just how we can really roll with that. And I think it really taught me, like, as a coach, because this was my 4th year coaching, so I'm going into my 5th year assistant coaching here at Emmaus. And I think just being able to be that that helping hand, being that, that secondary voice, being able to really use the talents that I've been gifted with to build and to feed off of Coach Parker. And he's very like how he's very structured and I'm not. And I think that we've been able to use that well together, like, and how our personalities are. And I've been really excited to continue getting to know him and coaching and working with him. And as we look to build this program back to a national competing team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was a great year. Obviously not where we wanted to finish. Everyone says that, but especially for us, it wasn't where we wanted to finish. But the Lord has a plan, and His timing. So,
no, I love everything.
Yeah.
No, that's encouraging. That's really awesome, and I love that. All the players, like you specifically, Matt, you don't get a light enough. Yeah, you're on the podcast, but you're such an encouragement to not just the players, but to the people of the school, the student body as well. And you're so loving, you're so kind. And like I said, you're encouraging people come to you. And as a coach, you're a player's coach. There's not one time, not one day I can go by without a player coming into our office, just, talking to you for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Hey, where's Coach T?
Exactly. And they're all so.
I'll check Eric's office.
Exactly. So now I know where to find you. There we go. We're always wondering where you go when you disappear, but no.
And I think it just goes to show, especially for those of you out there that are student athletes or looking to aspire to play at the next level, it really comes down to coachability and your willingness to buy in and to compete and to trust the coach in what they want to do with their system. And I think a lot of that comes down to that. And you can be super successful. Yeah. Like honestly, it just really comes down to that.
And just how what we tell people with the classrooms here at Emmaus, and how it's so intentional and so personal because it is a smaller school, but that's not something we should look at as negative, but something that is positive because that's
one of our strengths.
Exactly, we get the intentional time with faculty and staff, and we can go to their houses, build relationships, be discipled, be mentored, and you get the same in the athletic program here as well at Emmaus. You get coaches like yourself, Coach P, Coach Sharon, Coach Eric, Coach Buddy, whatever. And you guys are all pouring into your students. You're all pouring into your players and being involved in the community here, not just showing up and then leaving, but showing up,
not just a number. Like I feel so meals. Hard when we're talking to recruits and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to this school. And then you're like, oh, that school has a JV team and 45 players on the roster. And it's like, great. That works for them. But like, how are you going to grow as a person or as a player? Like maybe you talk to the coach once a practice. Once a week, maybe, like instead of having like that intentional, like
they're hard to reach.
These are my 10 to 18 brothers, and I can get them. Want to be competitive. Like you want practices to be really competitive, but it's not cutthroat where you're trying to oust the next person.
Exactly.
And coaches are there, like they're there, like sometimes they have to make hard decisions on like playing or not, like playing time and stuff like that. But like they're there. They're your your mentor, they're your brother in Christ. Like it's way different, and it's
awesome.
The way to do it.
It is a family, and we've talked. I don't think there's a team we have not talked about this year that doesn't have
especially
that
where athletics is right now. It's in an amazing spot for that.
Cross country has meals together, family meals all the time, and hang out all the time together. Volleyball is the same exact thing. Soccer's the same. Basketball, all the same. Men's and women. So, like I said, it's intentional here. People love to choose other schools because they might have a bigger program, fancier things. But here,
cooler this, cooler that.
Yeah, like here you're gonna we have nice things, but like,
and we're getting more and more nice things.
It's true, but
very true.
The thing is what you're getting. Like you can go to another school and they might have like 5 gyms and some cool workout room,
some
right?
Sweet locker room, and the swimming pool or whatever.
4 years, you're out. You don't have anything. What'd you do? What'd you learn? How'd you grow?
Yeah, exactly.
You might be a better player, but here at Emmaus, like you'll have the same exact impact that you would at another school and some, because you'll be mentored, you'll be poured into, you will be discipled by faculty and staff.
And it's like how we describe, like for a better use of the word, like you're not married to the game. Like you have an outside of the sport life, but you're still able to pour everything into that sport, and still be super competitive. So that's not taking away the competitiveness, but it's not like you wake up, you do conditioning, you go to breakfast, you go to film, you go to lunch, you go to lifting, then you go to practice, then you go to dinner, then you go to night practice. Like it's you can still do it not as intensely. And obviously most of those are scholarship athletes, but like you can still do it with intention and still get a really good return out of it.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
And the thing is, like, our athletic program as a whole is still pretty young compared to other schools, and you have an opportunity to build something, to help
be part
build
of something great.
Help build something here, and that goes beyond athletics. That goes, your testimony and the gospel on the court, on the field, on the pitch, whatever it is. So it is.
Just showed this year how both girls teams won a sportsmanship award for for volleyball and for basketball. Yeah. So.
It's a beautiful thing that we got here at Emmaus. It's a treasure, So
it really is.
But exactly what Matt said earlier. If you're one of those athletes that is seeking, intentional relationships, growth in your spiritual life, growth in the academics, and growth as a player, Emmaus is a great spot for you to check out. So fill out our recruiting
Love Jesus.
Yeah.
Love your sport. Be competitive and get a good degree and grow your faith with the Lord.
No, I love it. Yeah. So find our recruiting
online, find a recruiting forum, go to my Twitter. I'm always tweeting about the recruiting stuff. So if you want Emmaus information,
you tweet.
Follow myself, follow Eric Rasmussen, follow any of our coaches actually, but especially myself or Eric Rasmussen.
Just go to Emmaus Athletics and then you can find people there.
And follow
Coach McHugh.
Especially follow Coach McHugh. You can follow Shane and maybe help him get some more Emmaus attire.
We can start go to my Venmo, give me But no, out of seriousness, I need money. I'm just kidding. No, out of all seriousness, Emmaus is a great place for you to check out. So visit our forum or athletic page, and be praying for Dew this weekend as we and some other conferences and stuff we have coming up in the next 2 months. But we're gonna have a great turnout for Dew, a great time with Jervis, great time for athletics, for the recruits to all get together. So be praying for that. Be praying for the faculty and staff as a whole for us to mentor and pour into the students too. So
also keep an eye out on our social media for our Who is Emmaus campaign.
Yes.
There's some really good content out there from testimonies from alumni, from staff and faculty, from students about their experience and their journey at Emmaus. And it's a great opportunity to hear that. Share your Emmaus experience if you are one that has an Emmaus experience with us. And it's a really great way that you can help partner with us.
We have had Chris Rush. We've had
John Rush, our librarian.
John Rush.
Tacey Andrews, a current student in our education department. Mindy Seaman now Ramirez, who's a missionary in Peru.
This morning was Kevin Rasmussen.
And this morning was Kevin Rasmussen, who is an insurance underwriter.
Isn't that your name?
Yeah.
It's my dad's name.
Oh.
Check out Ben Brown early next week.
Okay.
Shout out Coach Brown, who's teaching in Kansas right now.
Ben Brown was
he's our old soccer coach.
He was a foundational piece to the soccer program, in my opinion. Maybe because I'm biased and I was here when he was a coach, but really helped a lot of spiritual growth within the players here. So awesome guy. He's impacting the world right now for Christ
at a public school
down in Kansas. So many kids are coming to him for Bible studies, etc. So
we were able to speak at their FCA last semester, which was really awesome. And
we talked about that on the show. But either way, though, be praying for us. Check us out on Emmaus Athletics, emmaus.edu as well. And if you know anyone that wants to come to Emmaus just to visit or not,
send them our way.
But have a great time. Great night.